All right, boys, we are back, and it's time for us to continue our GM mode commentary with the Stanley Cup champions, your Toronto Maple Leafs. We did it, boys. We got by the Edmonton Oilers for the second time in 3 years, and we won another Stanley Cup, our second in 3 years. So, the beginnings of that dynasty, boys, it started. We got to come back now and have another great year, but that's the big question, and no more partying, no more booze, and I've got to get back to work because we have a lot of players that I'd like to bring back, but I don't know if I can afford. The main one being Taylor Hall, so I might as well start this into the draft. We'll take a look at the player stats, we'll take a look at the awards and all that stuff, and there it is, the Stanley Cup champions, the Toronto Maple Leafs. The good news, obviously, is that when I started this, if I could have predicted to win 2 Stanley Cups in the first 4 years, I would have taken that. That's fantastic. I want that dynasty, right? It's really nice to have all the young players like Morgan Riley, Austin Matthews, William Nylander, Mitch Marner, getting that Stanley Cup championship underneath their belt while they're still young. But hang on a second. No, we're not in that. Yeah, I traded away that first round pick for Taylor Hall, correct? Yeah. Man, I gave up a shit ton at the trade deadline. But thing is, as these guys get older, I'm going to have to ship out other players to free up the cap space. I don't know if it's going to be a big contract year. I know we had a big one last year. I don't think it's going to be that big, except for Taylor Hall. So let's take a look. Let's do the awards and all that stuff first, and then we'll take a look at our contract situation. So, leading point man during the regular season. Yeah, okay, so the awards. Let's see who's taking home some hardware in year number 4. Your Stanley Cup champions, the Toronto Maple Leafs. And look at that, boys. In 2019-20, Maple Leafs, and 2017-18, the Maple Leafs. I just got to add one more Stanley Cup win, and we have ourselves a dynasty. President's Trophy went to the St. Louis Blues. That's one thing that we haven't been able to acquire just yet, that President's Trophy. That would be a nice acquisition to add into this dynasty. Clarence S. Campbell, the Edmonton Oilers, and it seems like Edmonton and St. Louis have been the top-tier teams there in the last 3 years. St. Louis has got a trip to the finals and a President's Trophy. Edmonton's got 2 trips to the Stanley Cup finals. And the Prince of Wales, the Toronto Maple Leafs. Player awards. Art Ross goes to Patrick Kane. Hart Memorial goes to Patrick Kane. James Norris goes to Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Lady Byng goes to Patrick Kane. Jesus. Calder Memorial goes to Jogan, drafted by the Detroit Red Wings. I got to take a look at him. Conn Smythe, he wins his second Conn Smythe, boys. Frederick Harold Bluetooth Anderson. Well, even though in the last 2 rounds we didn't really need a stud goaltender because our offense came through, in the first 2 rounds, just like in the previous year where he won the Conn Smythe, he didn't even play in the Stanley Cup Finals, but it was his work in the first, second, and third round. This year, it was his work in the first and second round, where we were unable to get more than 2 goals before the end of regulation. 7 overtime wins. You don't get that without a goaltender who makes saves in overtime, so good job, Frederick Anderson. 2 Conn Smythe, man. Vezina Trophy goes to Carey Price. William M. Jennings goes to Devin Dubnyk. Bill Masterton, Madison Bowie, Frank J. Selke, Patrice Bergeron, 2 years in a row. Ted Lindsay, Patrick Kane, that's his 4th award, and Maurice Richard, Vladimir Tarasenko, okay? So there are the individual awards and player stats. I can't actually remember if I showed you guys this in the last video. We will just do it again. So forwards, let's see who came through for us. So our captain, he was struggling for the first 2 rounds, but then when I got Taylor Hall and JVR, as his wingers, he really started to score some more points. I wonder if that's an issue that I should think about going into the future. Splitting up the playmakers. I got 3 of them, and I want to play all 3 in the top 6, so you have the first or second line that's going to have 2 playmakers on it, but maybe Matthews, as a first-line center, I should put like a sniper or power forward or 2-way forward at his wing instead of a playmaker. It seemed to have worked out. 23 points in 20 games played. Taylor Hall, 19 points in 20 games played. So, I got him for goals, but he came through in points, and he really helped out Austin Matthews in the 3rd and 4th round. Mitch Marner, 16. Daniel Sprong, 16. There's another sniper that's coming up. He might be the replacement for Taylor Hall, Daniel Sprong. James Van Riemsdyk, 15. Kasperi Kapanen, 15. I mean, it was a whole team effort. William Nylander, 13. We want to find the right role for William Nylander. If he's not going to be playing with Austin Austin Matthews. I got to figure out what to do with him because 90 overall, man. He could get more points than that. Defensively, Morgan Riley, 16 points in 20 games played, 10 goals, the most goals out of all the Toronto Maple Leaf players during the playoffs, so he really came through for us on the point. Jake Gardiner with 10 points, Ville Polk with 5, Connor Carrick 3 goals, no assists. The guy doesn't pass the puck at all. And goaltenders, Frederick Harold Bluetooth Anderson. Let's see his final stats. Yeah, save percentage .932 and a goals against 1.99. You take a look at his statistics, his playoff statistics. Let's see what he's done now. So, playoff stats. Yeah, games played. 18, 19. What the hell? He played 17 games. I thought we were kicked out in the... Oh, no, we weren't kicked out in the first round last year. What am I talking about? We were kicked out in the Eastern Conference Finals, right? Against the... Yeah. Why the hell was I keep thinking that we were out in the first round? So, you know what? Harold Bluetooth has been a stud in the playoffs. Did we make it to the Eastern Conference Finals last year, boys? Man, I'm drawing a blank. For some reason, I'm thinking it was a first-round exit. I know we were up we were down 3-0 in the series, and we pushed it to a Game 6. I think it was the Pittsburgh Penguins. Was that the Eastern Conference? So you're telling me we've gone to the Stanley Cup Finals for a win, the Eastern Conference Finals for a loss, and the Stanley Cup Finals for a win? That's really good. I thought that was a first-round exit in there. Okay, so... take into account last year's goals against, the year before that, this year. Look at that, goals against, 1.99, 2.16, 2.02, and his save percentage every single year has been above .930. So this guy has been a fantastic playoff performer. Shit, that puts me, man, I can't believe I forgot about that. So we made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. Hang on a second, hang on. Was it the Pittsburgh Penguins in the Eastern Conference Finals for the, yeah, Pittsburgh Penguins. Okay, so that's what it was. We did get by the first and second round. I can't remember all these damn playoffs, boys. Okay, so that is taken care of. Now, let us take a look at the contract situation the Toronto Maple Leafs have. I'd like to sign Taylor Hall, even if it is just to trade him next year, because I mean he's 90 overall, and if I want to sign him, I'm gonna have to trade away some players with salary cap, but then they're lost forever. Cap space we have, yeah, I mean that's rough. Okay, so hang on a second here, boys. Okay, so the way it is right now, we are just under the cap for this season. This is this season's cap space, 0.005 million, so really not that much. Now, if you look for this season, we have $15 million of cap space, but we got to sign Taylor Hall, Cody Eakin, don't need to sign Holland Hodgson, Lepsic don't need to sign, Connor Brown don't need to sign, Stephen Johns don't need to sign. I actually might be able to just sign Taylor Hall. It's got to be Taylor Hall and Cody Eakin, but I got $15 million of cap space, it's saying. Maybe that's messing up. Goaltenders, Olmark, Frederick Anderson for one more year until Patrick Spacek is ready to go. Yeah, you know, I think we're okay. We may be able to just assign Taylor Hall. Let me just look at all the salaries that I have. Austin Matthews, 8 mil. Marner Nylander, 6.5 mil. Taylor Hall, 6 mil, but he's got to get an upgrade this year. James Van Riemsdyk, do I want to trade him just yet? I mean, I got him signed. The idea was to trade him when Frederick Anderson was going out. This guy, he puts up the points during the regular season, and he comes through in the playoffs. He's only 31. That is, I mean, it's a little bit old if the potential is starting to drop, but he's still listed as exact elite. So 31, it's only just a number. He's still playing like an elite player. And I'll just show you guys the statistics. The season statistics, I mean, if I'm talking about getting a winger for Austin Matthews, James Van Riemsdyk is that perfect guy. I mean, 24 goals, 58 points. He's a plus player. He's a 20-goal man. And in the playoffs, let's see what he's done. 15 points in 20 games played. Last year, 13 points in 17 games played. The year before that, 19 points in 25. I mean, he comes through. James Van Riemsdyk is not going anywhere, boys. I almost rather hold on to James Van Riemsdyk than Taylor Hall, just because of what he's done here. He's already won 2 Stanley Cups. He's been a I don't want to say benchmark, but what's the word I'm looking for? Cornerstone, there you go. He's been a cornerstone of the Toronto Maple Leafs for the last little bit. He's been in the blue and white for quite some time, so I want to keep James Van Riemsdyk on the team. Riley, Connor Carrick, Jake Gardiner, Kasperi Kapanen, Ville Polka, Cody Eakin I got to sign, but I might be able to get him for cheaper. He's 84 overall. Eric Jelena, I could always trade away Jelena. Kirby Reichel, Kirby Reichel could be somebody I could trade away. Daniel Sprong, he's at a steal right now. Frederick Gutierrez at a steal. Timoshev's at a steal. All these guys. Okay, so if I'm looking at one guy to trade away, Kirby Reichel could be the guy. Now, what has he done in the playoffs? I know he had a great fourth line year, 34 points plus 11. What did he do in the playoffs? 6 points minus 1. Okay. It's just that I could free up some of that cap space. So you know what? I think Kirby Reichel's got to go, boys, just to make sure that we can sign Taylor Hall. Because if we don't have enough money, then we're going to be stuck because we got no RFAs, and that means we'd have to let Eakin or Taylor Hall drop to free agency. I'm not going to have that. So Kirby Reichel, and I think I'm just going to acquire some draft picks or some prospects because we traded away a lot for Taylor Hall. Time to kind of get some back for this year's draft, okay? So it is Kirby Reichel that's on his way out, boys. Eric Jelena was another one I was thinking about, but we need defensemen. We need defensemen, and I can always trade him in free agency if I know that one of our young guns is on the way up. So I'm not going to touch that for right now. So let us start up the 2020 NHL entry draft, baby. Things popping up on my computer. Hang on a second. Okay, so the Anaheim Ducks have the first overall pick, followed up by Dallas, Vancouver, New Jersey. So first three over to the West. So offer trade. So let's just do this. Let's just try to find a team that wants Kirby Reichel. It's more of a salary dump. I probably would have enough to keep him, but we got to move on, and I think he's only got 2 years left anyways, so next year, and then he would want a contract increase. Yeah, it's the time to trade Kirby Reichel. So there you go, Kirby Reichel on the trading block. Let me just go through, well, what kind of draft picks do I have this year? Maybe I should just trade for a draft pick and bring a prospect in, like a third or a second and a third. I just said that. There we go. Okay, so maybe if I can find a team with 2 seconds. I don't think I'll get a first for Kirby Reichel, but 2 seconds. So let me just go through some teams. Vancouver Canucks, no, they don't want him. Let me find a team that wants him. San Jose, they don't have any seconds. Kirby Reichel, they might be giving up a second, the Pittsburgh Penguins. But do I want to trade him to the Pittsburgh Penguins? Let's try to find a Western Conference team here. We don't need this guy coming back to bite me in the ass. Hang on, there you go. The LA Kings. Yep. All right, so they have the first overall pick. There you go, the second. So boom. Not overall, first round pick. Los Angeles would have more than 45 skaters. Damn it. All right, let me try to find another team. I don't want to bring something back because that's less value than in the picks. There we go. The Colorado Avalanche. Are they going to trade away their seconds? Yes, they will. Beautiful. So I'll snag up the second and the third right there. It will go through. So Kirby Reichel for a second and a third in this year's NHL entry draft. Yeah, you know what? The second and third is more than enough. There you go. What was their record? Does it say they're a contender? So it's not like they're, yeah, okay. So that makes sense for them. A bottom 6 winger that they can use. Second and third round picks for the Colorado Avalanche. Will it go through? On behalf of the Colorado Avalanche organization, I accept your trade offer. We'll see you out on the ice. So thank you very much, Kirby Reichel. You're a 2-time Stanley Cup winner as a member of the Toronto Maple Leafs, but we have to move into the future. So there, we freed up almost $3 million of cap space, and we acquired 2 draft picks, and not a first rounder, but remember, with the Taylor Hall trade, we traded away a first rounder, a prospect, Logan Brown, and 2 seconds. Well, we got a second and a third back, okay? So not too shabby. Sim options. So sim to the user pick. Let's go. Let's see what pops up in this first round as well. The Anaheim Ducks, Dallas Stars, Vancouver Canucks. Good news is that I won't have to see these guys. What is it, year 4 NHL entry draft? Should be interesting to see what the prospects look like and how long they take to grow. Not just the potential, but the overall along with the potential. I want to see guys in like the lower 80s as they come into the NHL, right? So, oh my God, Dadonov, freaking hell, Dadonov, the return, boys. The defenseman, medium elite, drafted by the Anaheim Ducks. Brillin, offensive defenseman, medium elite. So a lot of defensemen here over to Dallas. And Belak, left wing power forward, medium elite. Wade Belak. Bohomic, center playmaker, medium elites. Man, look at all these. Gore, sniper, medium elites. So a lot of elites in there. Top 6, top 6, top 6. Did anyone get a steal? Anyone get like an elite steal in there? Top 6, a bunch of top 6s. All right, so let's use our second round pick here. Where are we? Elites? No elites. There are still some top 4 defensemen that are being drafted, though. Top 4 defensemen. If I could grab one of them, top 6 and top 6 forwards. Hell yeah, but now we're getting into some reds. Top 9. There's a top 6, top 9, not good. Top 6. Anything good? No, it's top 6 defensemen. Top 6 defensemen. Yeah, I don't think there's any other top 6 forwards or top 4 defensemen. So Let's just see what's available, boys. I'll go to exact. Let's see what's out there. You got an exact bottom 6 sniper, an exact top 6 defenseman. That might be like a red exact top 6. He's going in the 3rd round. I'll pick him up with the next draft pick. That Lawton guy. He's an offensive defenseman. Yeah. I'll snag him up. Top 6 defenseman, top 6, top 9 forward. Do I want a top 9 forward playmaker, 2-way forward? All right, what's available here? AHL bottom 6, AHL top 6, AHL top 2. I don't know how to read these. You know what? Exact top 9. Hopefully he is, he's a 2-way forward, center, get him for the 3rd or 4th line. I could take a chance on one of these guys. I just don't know if it's going to be anything or not. You know what? Screw it. I'll go with this guy. Center, 2-way forward. He's higher up, 18 years of age. AHL bottom 6. It's the yellow. This guy will probably be a red top 9 forward. Let's see. Hayward, boys. I'm making the pick. Welcome to the Toronto. I knew it's low top 9. I knew it. I'm starting to get better at reading the drafts. Sim to user pick. Well, bringing in some prospects, boys. You never know. Maybe I should have gone for that exact. I guarantee you there'll be low top 9s as well. All right, so we're in the 3rd round still. Let me grab that exact top 9 2-way forward, that super sweet center. Is he still there? Oh, shit, he's probably gone. Hang on a second. Exact top 6 defense. Oh, they took that they took that defenseman. I should have drafted him. All right, well, I'll go with the exact this time. So exact bottom 6. No, exact top 6 defender. Yeah, 5th or 6th round. Let's just grab him. Delorme, let's see. 5th or 6th round, top 6, low top 6. Yeah, I'm getting all these damn low. That's not good. Sim to user pick. Not a really good NHL entry draft this year for the Toronto Maple Leafs, boys. All right, screw looking at the potentials. I'm just going to go for something basic here. Oh, you know what? 7D man high. That might end up being, you know what? Actually, goaltender as well. I already got spot check. Oh, I don't know what to get. AHL top 2 backer. Yeah, you know what? Grab this guy. He could be a, let's see. Shit. He could be a top 6 defenseman low. Let's see. Where is he? All the way. Was I last? There you go. Top 6. Yeah, low top 6. So all the draft picks that I'm getting this year, boys, are all in the low categories. I don't think that they're going to grow too much. I was hoping to get at least one top 6 defenseman or one top 6'4". What the hell am I even saying? Yeah, top 6'4", top 6 defenseman. Make pick. All right, so I'll just go with the top of the list here. AHL bottom 6, AHL 4th line. Let's get somebody like a 2-way forward. Enforcer, you know what? Here we go. Enforcer, Roussel, yeah. Bringing Enforcer to the Toronto Maple Leafs. Watch this guy be amazing. I'll check out him afterwards. Sim options. You know what? Sim the entire draft. Got some pretty shitty draft picks this year's, boys. What are you going to do? So, Hayward, Delorme, Backer, Roussel, Gilson, Watt, and Salcido. Welcome to the Toronto Maple Leafs, drafted by the Stanley Cup winning team. Oh, man, a lot of pressure, a lot of expectations if you want to make this roster, boys. I don't think you have the chance. Not as a low top 9 or low top 6. But we'll see. You never know. They could play in the AHL and maybe help us grow. So list all contracts. So how much cap space do we have? Yeah, we have $12 million. I'm glad that we traded away Kirby Reichel. Definitely glad, because Cody Eakin, $4 million. What's his name? Taylor Hall, $8 million. That's $12 million right there. Hopefully I can save some money. So, boys, let me go through it all, and I will, I'll see if I can sign Taylor Hall. Hang on a second. Okay, so I got the first day done. Got all the rookies and the players on 2-way deals coming back. Cam Stepan offered. Jerome Giroux accepted the offer. Rinyet Valiev accepted. Victor Louvre accepted. Garrett Sparks accepted. Connor Brown accepted. Zach Hyman accepted. Patrick Spacek. We decided to sign our elite goaltender now, boys. He's 74 overall. So we have to have the best team in the AHL next year. That is unnegotiable. I really have to stack the Toronto Marlies so that this guy has the best statistical season that you can give him. Martins Desir, Andres Johnson accepted. William Wickman accepted. Radovan Pavlik accepted. Fabrice Herzog accepted. All right, so that's all the younger guys. Now there were a few players that I had to drop just because they wanted a little bit of money. They didn't want the 2-way deal. They wanted a little bit of money, and I just couldn't afford it. I didn't want to chance it. So Antoine Bibeau, our backup from last year, he's gonna have to go. Well, I left him there just because I may be able to sign him, but he wanted 1.2 or 1.5. I probably won't be able to sign him. Nelson, didn't sign him just yet because I want to see what the salary looks like after Taylor Hall and Eakin are signed. I could give him a 1-year deal at a 2-way, or I could give him multiple years so I could trade him, but then you're going 1-way, so the cap would be influenced. Nylander, all right, so we got Zach Hyman back. He was happy. He's okay to be playing a depth role, or I could play him on the top 6 in the AHL to help them out, but we lost Josh Lievo. Josh Lievo did not want to re-sign. He was unhappy, so I decided to cut him. He also wanted like 1.25 million, so no room for him on the team. And centers, looks like that. Okay, so the players that we have to sign. Oh, you know what? I forgot to also show you. Might as well show you guys the prospects that we drafted. I didn't sign a single one of them, so they're not like they're NHL ready. But Roussel, that enforcer, 50 overall, AHL top 6 potential. We'll see if this guy turns out to be anything. Backer, top 6 defenseman for us right there. So we'll see if it's going to take a while for him to grow, but still not bad. And then you can see here all the red low potential. Low top 9, low bottom 6, low top 6. I don't know if those guys are going to grow. But still, maybe trade bait, just some nice assets to have in the cupboard for a rainy day or whatever. So we have to sign Taylor Hall and Cody Eakin. This should be very interesting. We have $10 million of cap space. So with all those 2-way deals, I guess it influenced it a little bit. Grundstrom, Cody Eakin, Taylor Hall. So I still got to get Grundstrom and Nielsen signed, but I want to see what happens here first. So Taylor Hall, how much does he want? He wants 7.5. Okay, well, hang on a second. What is the contract year that I'm working with right now? So what? Matthews, Riley, Nylander, and Marner. 1, 2. So Riley, you got to sign. You can use Riley for 2 more years, and then you got to re-sign him along with Connor Carrick and James Van Riemsdyk. That actually works out because JVR will be gone by that time, so you can definitely sign Morgan Riley when he's 28. That won't be an issue. 3, 4... 4 for William Nylander, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, nice. All right, so, right, because we just signed into Austin Matthews last year. So we got Austin Matthews for 7 years. We got Mitch Marner for 6 years. And we got William Nylander for 4 years. So 7, 6, and a 4. What would be the best bet here? Taylor Hall, 6 years. Yeah, 6 years would be the bet. I would take him up to 34 years of age. Yep. All right. So I'll give him a 6-year deal. 7.370. Everyone always says use the 15% rule. I know I could do that, but I'm trying to make it not that it's realistic, but just for story purposes. If Taylor Hall wants to come back, he's got to make the same kind of money as our other top 6 forwards. Austin Matthews is the man making $8 million, but then the next 2 guys, Nylander and Marner, at 6.5. So Taylor Hall 6.5. Let's see if I can get him down to there. Taylor Hall, boom. All right, for 6 years. Oh yeah, I could definitely get him to 6.5. So I'd probably go a little bit further than 6.5, boys, but this is the way I'm negotiating with them. You get 6 years at the same money as our other 2 top 6 wingers on this team. If you want more, we can't afford you. If you want to come back to this team, that's the contract that I'm offering. So 6 years at $6.5 million. Okay, so Taylor Hall, let's just get him signed before I offer the Cody Eakin deal. Like I said, if I had to choose one of these 2 guys to go to free agency, it will be Cody Eakin. That sucks. Cody Eakin is a big part of this team. We need him as the 3rd-line center, but Taylor Hall, that's just too big of a trading asset. I cannot allow that to walk. Not unless it's just impossible. So Taylor Hall has accepted, boys. He decides to come back with the team that he won the Stanley Cup with and try to go for that dynasty. Taylor Hall. Woo! Team's looking good. So we got the veterans, James Van Riemsdyk and Taylor Hall. Can use them for at least the next 2 years. I'll list all contracts. So how much cap space do we have? We got $4.8 million. Yeah, see, the signing of Kirby Reichel would not have worked if we kept him. Not signing, but if we kept him, that would have taken us down to, what, 2.8, 2.5. We would not have been able to afford Cody Eakin. So Kirby Reichel trade was definitely necessary. So he's 29. What do you want? 4 years. I'll give him 4 years. The same thing as a William Nylander. Does it want... Oh, he wants less money, though, at 3. Yeah, I'll give him 3 years. 3 years. We'll go down to Cody. You are a 3rd-line center. I need you in your position. $3.5 million per year. I think I could get that. 6 Yeah, I think I could get that. So 3 years at $3.5 million for Cody Eakin. Let me just back out. We still have to get Nelson and Grundstrom for the AHL squad signed if I can, but I want to get these priority players done first. Cody Eakin has accepted the offer. So, boys, our beautiful financial plan here as the general manager of the Toronto Maple Leafs have worked out year to year to year. We traded away Kadri last year. We acquired that prospect goaltender. This year, we had to trade away, what's his name, Kirby Reichel, but it allowed us to sign Taylor Hall and get everyone else back on the team. And we still have cap space of $2 million, so we have a little bit to work with in free agency. We may have been able to make it work with Kirby Reichel. I don't know. Oh, no, we still have to get Nelson signed. What am I talking about? Never mind. Take that back. All right, so Grundstrom and Nelson. Now, Nelson played the entire year. We're a little bit weak for defensive players. Now, if I give him the 1-year deal, it can be a two-way, so I can save up more money, or I can give him multiple years so I can use him for a trade bait, right? So the game is saying that he's going to grow a little bit. So maybe like 83, 84. So let's give him similar to 1 point. Let's give him a 2-year deal. Yeah, just 2 years, not 3. You know what? Give him a 3-year. Yeah, because then I could trade him after 2. Yeah, 3 years. That's pretty good. 1.5. That's pretty good for a top 6 defenseman. There you go. 1.5. I think that would work. You know what? No, I'm going to save some money. Never mind. 2 years at 1.150. There you go. 2 years at 1.150. Boom. So Nelson, looking to get you back. And Grundstrom, let's see, offer contract. He wants 1 way. Yeah, I want to get this guy back for the AHL squad. So you know what? 1 way at 0.850. Boom. There it is. Now, Antoine Bibeau, I don't think I can re-sign you, my man. I'll just wait. I'll wait 1 more day. We're going to stop in free agency because I want you guys to take a look at what our roster has and what's available. And also, I need to take some time just to assess the AHL squad and build it from scratch and make sure we have everything we need, even for injuries if that happens. Andrew Nilsson is back, and Carl Grundstrom has returned to the Leafs. Beautiful. So let's see if we have enough money for Antoine Bibeau. I don't think we will. I think I might want to just drop him anyways to keep that cap space alive. So $1.5 million of cap space, give or take a little bit. Do we got everyone signed? We have every player signed right now. You can see that. Look at that salary cap system, man. We got this team under control. And goaltenders. Okay, so Bibeau got 1.5. How much is he asking for? 1.3. Now, you know what, Bibeau? I'm not going to sign you. I could probably just get another backup. On a minor league deal. I'm not going to, or I can make a trade if I need to. I'm not going to sign Bibeau because I would like to be able to make some signings in free agency for the AHL squad, okay? So I'm going to release Bibeau. Boom, there he goes. And now we do need a backup for this year, boys. We got Garrett Sparks who can back up, I guess, because Spotcheck is going to be the AHL starter. But we do need a backup goaltender. Defensively, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's the same defensive core as last year with Nilsson in there. And forwards, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 with Grundstrom. So we lost Kirby Reichel. That's about it. A 4th liner. We can replace him easily with an AHL player. All right, so there it is, boys. There is the year for NHL entry, draft, and a re-sign stage. Let us sim up to free agency to see who's available. Now, if you guys have any suggestions on how to really beef up the AHL squad, let me know. I'm willing to put like 82, 83 overall players down there, as long as they don't get angry, right? Can I do that? Can I get like a veteran who's like 83 and who cares if he costs a lot? Just that's why I wanted that cap space. If I want to sign a guy who's $1.5 million to have as a first-line center on the AHL squad, I'll do it, right? I don't care. So, unrestricted free agents. Let's see. Chris Kreider, Martin Hanzal, Dmitry Orlov, Drew Stafford, Tyler Myers, Nathan Beaulieu. Okay, so some depth players out there. I really don't see myself signing any of these guys. We don't have the cap space, but just saying. Bibeau would be the best backup available. See, I could sign this guy, though, Gibson, as a backup from a minor league deal, 80 overall, right? We also need a backup to our goaltender, Patrick Spotcheck, in the AHL. So, boys, let me know what you think. We're going to have to get to preseason to see the jump, to see what our team looks like. So, I don't think it's going to be a very active free agency, but what you can do is comment away about any potential trades that we can make. We dropped a 4th-line winger winger, but other than that, the team looks exactly the same. So what should we do? Is there a player on this team that just does not fit in, and also the playmaker situation? What do we do with Nylander, Marner, and Matthews in the top 6? Should I split Matthews up with a sniper power forward? Should I get all 3 playmakers playing together? Should it be Marner on the right, Nylander on the left? I don't know. Let me know, boys, and I will see you at the start of year number 5. Be sure to check out our website, 2bcsports.com, where the hockey talk continues. Find myself and others in the live interactive chat, or dive into the active forums to talk about sports and gaming. You can also find us on Twitch, where the live streams come to life. Walk on!